Hello and welcome to Lifestyle Evolution. Now in today's video, I am going to be talking all about hair. Now I'm going to be giving you my hair tips, what I learned while in cosmetology school, and what I've implemented over the years because I'm actually no longer using all of those artificial products. There's actually one product that I use that is not 100% natural at the moment, but overall I stick to clean products that are good for my body, my hair, the environment. So I will talk all about that, and I'll give you tips on styling curly hair. I'll give you tips on managing frizz and so much more. So continue watching. All right, lovelies. So now that I washed my hair, I am now going to put in the rest of the product that I need. So something I do want to go over is when I'm in the shower, for my hair, I actually only use shampoo. So I don't even put conditioner in my hair while I'm showering. And I have two options for myself for the shampoo. So I actually use this brand, Flourish Beauty Lab, and they have amazing products. I mean, they are so good. They're 100% natural, and they now have an option where you can do, you can buy larger quantities and you could do the refillables, which, good for the environment. And so I'll use this in the shower, and if I don't use this, then I actually use a puck size of shampoo that is 100% natural as well, and that I get from Stem Soaps. They are amazing. They're based out of Cleveland, Ohio, and I really have gotten to know them and their products, and they truly stand behind the products that they make because they are all about bringing natural products to this world and being more sustainable, and they have an amazing recycling program as well. So Stem handmade soaps, amazing. So I use those two. Now you're probably wondering, okay, well, how do you condition your hair? So I also do have the conditioner, and I go through like one product at a time. So I don't buy, all these different products. I used to be someone that had more than enough products because I was a cosmetologist, so my whole bathroom would be filled with so much stuff, and now I've really downsized and I only use what I actually need to use. So now I'm going to put in this conditioner, and something I want to mention, for those of you that do condition in the shower, if you have fine hair or even any type of hair, medium, coarse hair, and you want more volume, especially if you have fine hair, do not condition your regrowth. Don't condition this area right up here. You want to condition maybe from here down. And something that helps when you, or something that is a positive from doing that, is that you can actually go a longer duration of time without washing in between. So you can go maybe an extra day without washing your hair, which that's a plus because sometimes we don't want to be washing our hair every day, especially if we're styling it. So I'm going to grab my conditioner. So yeah, like I said, this is 100% natural. It is amazing. It's so good for your hair, for the environment, because everything we use, if it's a very synthetic, unnatural chemical that's been man-made, it's going to enter our environment, our body, and so on and so forth. So we want to keep it as clean as possible when we are eating, when we are using household products, whatever it may be. I am a huge advocate of keeping it clean, as natural as possible. So I will work this in and I will leave it. Now I've done this for a long time. I used to condition in the shower, and then rinse it out. And I was always thinking, okay, so I'm putting so much conditioner in my hair and then I'm just rinsing it right out. What is the point of that? Well, yeah, of course, some is going to stay in your hair and it will condition your hair, but I find this to be more beneficial because it's being absorbed into the hair shaft anyways. So it works for me and I love it. Another thing, so my hair has no color in it. This is my natural hair. It's 100% natural. Almost every single day, I just put some products in and I go and I leave. Very seldomly do I style my hair. That is how I've kept it so natural and so healthy and beautiful. So another thing that I do, especially being in Florida because it's very humid here, so I want to lock in as much moisture as I can into my hair so it doesn't get super frizzy, because when you are introduced to moisture and you don't have moisture inside of your hair shaft, then that's what the frizz, where the frizz comes from. So Flourish, it has another product. This is a silkening serum. I add this as well. I absolutely love it. It is so good. Oh my gosh. It is amazing. So yes, I'm going to put 2 to 3, I don't do full pumps when I when I put it in my hand, but I would say 2.5 pumps right now. So I will work this through my hair, starting at the ends, and then work it up. And another thing I want to mention, because I came from Ohio where, during the wintertime it's more dry, and then of course you have all your seasons when you're in Ohio. So there, I actually did not need to put any product outside of a shampoo bar, outside of using a shampoo bar, during the fall and the spring. During the wintertime, I would add some conditioning agents to my hair, but otherwise, fall and spring, I loved it because I would just shampoo and go, and my hair was just so perfect, it was so beautiful, because I have a natural curl pattern to my hair, so it's naturally wavy. It's not a tight coil, but it's a nice loose wave. And if I want to make sure that I have a tighter curl, a tighter, wave, as you can see, you can start seeing the waves in my hair, then I will grab a diffuser, which, I'm going to grab right now to show you. So I have this blow dryer with this head on it. So I will just turn my head upside down, just like this. And then when I'm blow drying, I will blow dry like this, and I'll hold it as my head is upside down because it allows the heat to enter all of your hair as you're holding it in almost like a coiled, wavy position on the attachment. So it will start to form a tighter curl or a tighter wave, whatever you're looking for. And this is also something you can use, even if you want to, if you have straight hair, you can use it as well in order to add volume to your hair. So you do the same thing, you turn upside down, and then you don't need to use this attachment. All you need to do is just have a regular blow dryer, and you start heating and drying the hair right at your scalp. And what I'll do is I will keep my head upside down after I've done that, or you can turn on the cool setting. I know a lot of you don't use the cool setting on your blow dryer, but that will lock in the volume that you're looking for into your hair. So when you turn back, when you stand back up, then you'll have more volume in your hair. So for me, the only heat that I put on my hair when I leave it natural is right here, because sometimes this will curl up a little more than I would like. So I'll just straighten this part, but otherwise that is literally all I do, and I just let it dry. I also every now and then will use an argan oil with a heat protectant. So why is this important? If you're going to be using a blow dryer, I typically don't use it when I blow dry my hair because I very seldomly blow dry my hair, and I don't add that much heat and I don't dry it all the way. Because if I do dry it all the way, then my hair may become a little more frizzy than I want it. So I leave a little moisture in my hair when I'm diffusing it, when I'm adding the tighter curl pattern in my hair. So this argan oil with the heat protectant, I will put that in my hair to make it shinier. So I could even add all three products, add it in my hair, and my hair is just silky smooth, shiny, really no frizz at all, even if it's humid here. So that's, anywhere you're living where there's humidity, I would definitely add an oil because it locks in that moisture and it keeps your hair, nice and, subtle with the pattern that you're looking for. So this argan oil, I actually got it from Walmart because I was in a hurry the one day and I did not have time to purchase something from, a beauty supply shop. So this is actually the only product that I use that is not 100% natural. So I want to give you some natural alternatives for heat protectants. Shea butter. Shea butter is amazing because of its thermal conductivity. When you use it on your hair, it almost acts like a silicone, which is found in these heat protectants. So that is very important because you want to make sure that you have some moisture locked in your hair while you're heating it. Otherwise, it'll become very frayed and brittle, and it'll cause a lot of breakage and damage in your hair. So this is what these heat protectants do. They keep a little bit of moisture in your hair while coating them and allowing the hair strand to conduct less heat than it were if it was just, a natural hair strand without anything in it. Another thing, argan oil. So like I said, this is the product that I use. So yes, it's partially natural, partially not. Argan oil, it has a really high smoke point. So what does that mean? That means that it doesn't start to break down and oxidize until it reaches about 420. Yeah, 420 degrees. So you have, you have greater room to work with, flat irons, curling irons, and whatnot while you're styling your hair. Okay, so this is really important information. When you're styling your hair, for those of you that do style your hair every day, anywhere from 265 degrees and up will begin to cause damage to your hair. Our hair is very fragile. Now, it may seem like, our hair can get through anything, through all the chemical processes that we put it through and everything. But those that continuously get their hair lightened or colored and apply heat to it all the time will begin to see the breakage towards the end. So maybe you'll see that, my hair is not growing as fast as I want it to. It's because your hair is breaking over and over again at the ends. So when you are styling your hair, try to keep it below 265 degrees. Make sure you're using a heat protectant. Try to use natural products. See what works for you. Now, all of us have different types of hair. So one person may have hair where the individual strand is fine. So if you have fine hair, you're prone to having more silky hair, doesn't have much frizz, and it also styles very easily. If you have medium hair, so that is what I have. I have medium hair. And it is just overall really easy to work with. Coarse hair, the strand is thicker, so it may take a little more to style your hair, but still try to keep it below that heat threshold. So what else happens to your hair when you're styling it, when you're using chemicals, and even going to the pool and absorbing all the chlorine that is inside the water that you're swimming in. Well, the keratin inside of that hair strand will begin to break down over time. And it is a protein that keeps the cuticle and that whole hair strand together. So it begins to fray and begins to weaken, and it begins to become more elastic. Now, something that I also want to bring up is when your hair is wet and you want to style it or you want to brush through it, it is prone to breakage because it's become more elastic. So if you're pulling a hairbrush through it, you are stretching the hair strand out. So at some point it's going to break, it's going to split at the ends. So you want to either get a wide tooth comb, make sure you have a lot of conditioner in your hair, or you want to purchase a brush that has these wider apart. So it will slide right through your hair because some brushes, and I know now it's easier to get these and pretty much everyone uses these, or the wet brush where the bristles are extremely flexible. So if you're gonna brush your hair when it's wet, I would recommend doing this. Don't get anything that's super firm because you will just damage your hair. So how else do you ensure that you have nice, healthy hair? Well, of course it helps if you are not chemically processing it or putting a lot of heat on it, but overall, where is our hair coming from? It's coming from the inside. So what is your diet like? Are you eating healthy? Are you staying hydrated? That is so important. A lot of us will see brittle nails, our hair will be falling out. So there's something that's lacking, something that is either too acidic in our body or something that we're lacking in nutritionally. So I make sure to get a lot of biotin through my diet. As a vegan, someone who's plant-based, I get all of my sources through the nuts, through nutritional yeast, through certain vegetables. So that truly adds to my whole health and well-being vitality. So if you're not hydrating properly, you will begin to move your body to more of an acidic state. Now, what exactly does that mean? Well, our body can fall anywhere from acid to alkalinity. So if our body is more alkaline, that means we're more hydrated. That means we have a less likelihood of having any disease within our body. So it's like our body as a machine will be running smoothly. It will be almost as if it's oiled. So when our body is acid, which the acid actually comes from highly processed foods, it comes from drinking a lot of soda, it comes from even animal products. It causes an acidic state and environment in our body. So how can we move ourselves and shift ourselves to a more alkaline state? Well, if you start introducing more vegetables, more fruits, hydrate every single day, make sure you're drinking water, then you'll become more healthy. So the health of your hair depends on it and your vitality and well-being as well. All right, my hair babes, so here we are. This is the results that I got now that I dried my hair. And of course, I put a headband in to get it out of my face. But here we go, and it's pretty humid here. So overall, it looks pretty well with all the products that I used. So Flourish definitely comes through. And I did want to mention, I did get a discount code for all of you. So if it's something that you're interested in, for first-time customers, you will get $15 off. Just use the code down below. And now I also want to mention that you can always put in more product once your hair is dry. So if you still have a little bit of frizzies going on, then you can grab an argan oil, you can grab any type of oil, or even the silkening products, the Flourish silkening products. I kind of move through both of those. So some days I'll use the Flourish one, some days I'll use the argan. What I've noticed is with the argan, I will get a little bit more of a shine, just a tad bit more. And then the silkening, it will make my hair super, super smooth, and it will get rid of the frizz. And yeah, so they both work really, really good. So yes, now I have the argan oil in, and I chose to use this one because I'm also going to add a little bit more curl to my hair. So I'm going to show you how I do that. But first, before I start that, I'm going to remove my headband. And if you're ever wearing a headband and you have this problem where you get the indents, all you have to do is grab a flat iron. So I'm going to turn my flat iron on, and then I'll show you how to shape the hair around your face. And it doesn't matter what shape your face is, this works for everyone. So I use this flat iron right here, FHI Heat Runway. I've been using this for a long time now. I was actually using this when I was working at a salon, and I love it. So it's definitely lasted me. It was well worth the purchase. So you just want to go around your face. Just grab the hair that's closest to you. And then you just want to flat iron out. And I kind of tilt my head a little bit so the heat kind of locks it in place before I shift and tilt my head back. And then when you're flat ironing, you want to kind of give it a little bit of a curl unless you have straight hair. But even if you have straight hair, it's good to kind of have a little bit of a wave. So see how it goes right around my face? It's so perfect. So I'll show you this side. All right. So down here, I just go straight out. And then I'm gonna tilt my head a little bit. Then flat iron straight out. All right. And I'm gonna grab this piece up here, as you see, and then I go up and I kind of whoop, do a little bit of a twist in the wrist, and you get that nice wave around your face. So there we go. I finished that, and most of the time I have to do that because I'll get some curlies around my face that aren't the most desirable aesthetically. So, yep. Now I'm gonna grab my wand. So I have this wand. I actually have several curling irons. And this one I like because at the bottom it's a little thicker and at the tip it's a little thinner. So I use it in order to kind of change the curl pattern, and the top of this is actually removable. So if you find one of these, you can get adjustable heads to get different size curls. So I'm going to use this, and it heats up really fast. So within seconds, it'll be ready to go. All right, and this I've had for a really long time. All of the irons that I've had, I have had since between 2010 and 2012. So they're really durable and they last a really long time. So if you already have wavy hair and say one side of your hair is a little less wavy or less curly, you can always find an iron that will match your curl pattern and just add in a few curls. Or if you really do have trouble with the frizz, which you shouldn't if you're putting the right product in your hair, but if you do, then the curling iron will definitely tame that frizz for you. So what I'm going to show you is how you can just add curls into your hair if you already have a curl pattern. So I'm going to find an area where maybe it'd be a little more frizzy than the other, and I'll go from there. Okay, so what I'm going to add curls to the front of my hair. So what I do is kind of lift it at an angle, so then when it falls, the curl falls and it doesn't coil in one location. It kind of fans out. So I'm going to grab this. I kind of face it down and then just curl outwards. And there's a good amount of hair that I grabbed, so it's not going to be super tight. Here we go. Then I release it. And there we go. So we got my curls. And it literally like matches my hair. Although you can tell that this is a little more shinier than the rest of my hair, and that is actually because the rest of my hair has a tiny bit of frizz in it. You can barely notice it, but this has tamed it. So yeah, I really rarely do this, but it definitely helps on those days where your hair is unmanageable. Alrighty, my hair looks so shiny in this area. Okay, now I'm gonna do this side, and underneath my hair tends to be a little more straight, so you can always add curls underneath. Take a little less hair because it's a little too much, and then you do the same thing. Just wrap it around. And they do have heat protectant gloves if you want to get really close to the end, but I never curl the end. I just kind of hold it away from the iron. There's really no need to hold that in place. All right. And a tip, if you want your curl to be tighter and you don't want it to loosen out, you just want to grab it right after you had it on the wand, and you just kind of want to hold it in place, or you can pin it to your head. So that will ensure that your curl pattern lasts longer, especially if you're going to a wedding or date night and you want to make sure that your hair stays in place. Just do that. All right, so I'm just gonna brush it out. I know I didn't add too many curls in it, but my hair is already curly, so I just wanted to show you how it looks when you add the curls in to curly hair. All right. This is my go-to brush. I love it. Or I have the wet brush, which the bristles are extremely flexible. I know everyone has a wet brush nowadays, but if you don't, go get yourself one, because you don't want to be using those firm bristles because it pulls your hair, and you'll have a lot of breakage and you'll have a lot of split ends. So yes, here is my hair. And if you have any questions about natural products, I've been using them for a long time now. I actually used to use a normal bar of soap on my hair when I was shampooing, and that is all that I would use, and I absolutely loved it. But then I started to find more products like the actual shampoo bar, and I use that now and I love it. I use the Flourish products, I love them. I tried a couple of other products when I would travel, and there are a lot of good products around the States. Wherever you're viewing this video from, you can find something. Just Google, natural products near me, and you will find amazing products. But if you are having trouble, go to STEM Handmade Soaps online or Flourish. And like I said, I'm leaving the discount code for you for the Flourish products. So I hope you enjoy them as much as I do. They definitely help me. So, all right, ladies, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you all soon. Bye.